All right, man. We back. Ain't no need for
Welcome back.
ain't no need for a whole speech about how we took the whole summer off and all that bullshit. Ain't nobody listening, but the people who are listening, welcome back. We're gonna get some internet, y'all. Welcome to another episode of True Line Cross Podcast. I'm Quan.
And I'm Scoob.
If you are a whole Avenger the way we are, I hope you enjoyed that.
You know what's crazy? I had a training session yesterday, and we was listening the whole time, like literally.
I got a
Like
6-hour playlist of Hove. So.
I ain't even. I turned on Spotify, clicked Jay-Z, play.
Just let it run through. Fuck it. I do got an opening question, but I do feel like we got to do a check-in as well. So, do you want to do the check-in first, or you want to do the question first?
We can do the question first because the check-ins usually take a little
Long
longer.
as hell, yeah. All right. Coming off of the Olympics, I want you to put together a starting five of Philly legends. This can be anything, like in any realm, anybody that came from Philly. Who is the top five that you are picking to represent Philadelphia? I'm gonna do the same for
Yeah.
DC.
That's a good question. A good question.
Thank you.
You just played one of them. Gotta put Beans up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Will Smith.
Okay.
Here is where it gets tough.
Come on, you got a fucking my
Wilt
favorite from Philly.
Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain has to go up there.
Okay. Teddy P. My favorite.
I, but, and that's why I said it's hard because Jill Scott
Yeah, jelly.
and do I put?
It's hard.
Number 5,
Yeah.
Joe Frazier.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I kind of want to take Beans off of there because, like, I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. I obviously was advocating
Just
for
like,
Teddy P because
yeah, like as a hip hop fan, Beans was the first nigga from Philly that I was really like, oh, this
yeah,
nigga can rap. Like,
yeah, that's
I'll
fair.
leave Beans up there.
That's fair. That's fair. Um, I got a lot of honorable mentions, man, but my top five.
Hey, and I'm gonna preface this. He's probably going to be very biased to people that are actually from DC.
Well, duh.
So, so,
Yes.
so people from like Baltimore and like other places in Maryland and all of that stuff.
It's not DC.
Don't be mad.
It's
Don't.
not DC. It's not. You're not from here. I'm sorry. What high school did you go to? I don't give a fuck. Like, DC. I'm talking about Washington, DC. Dave Chappelle, number one, nigga. The goat of comedy. Dave
And see,
Chappelle.
like that's why I said like I feel like I should have took Beans off of there because I was leaving off like Kevin Hart, but it's like I put Will Smith, so it's like
Yeah, for sure. Marvin Gaye, number two. Samuel L. Jackson, number three. Now, these two, I know you're going to be like, what the fuck? The next two, I know you're going to be like, oh, wow, really? You went there? Yes, nigga, they are legends.
I feel like I already know who one of them is.
Ooh.
I'll hear you out.
Bill Nye, the science guy, nigga. Yeah. 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 Fucking change science for 90s kids forever. Yeah, Bill Nye the science guy, nigga. Not even a real scientist. Fleece jaw niggas. Innovated science forever. And my last one, the poetry goat, Duke Ellington.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay. You didn't
Now
go where?
I could have went with Stephen Gobert, but why? I could have went with Petey Green. I could have went with Genuine.
I
All
thought you were
right.
going to go with your mayor.
Oh, Marion Barry, no, no,
That's why I was like, oh man,
no,
this is
no.
going this is going left.
I could have went with Byron Leftwich, nigga. I could have went with Josh Cribbs. You feel me? Taraji, Regina Hall, fine ass. I could have went there. I could have went
One
Langston Hughes. I could have went Langston Hughes.
one of the Davis brothers.
Yeah, either one, but nah. And that would have been biased because they both went to Dunbar, so like that would have been. But no, I could have went Ari Lennox. I could have went Wale. I could have went Maya. But no, those are my five. All right, man. Check in. It's been a while since the one person that listens to this has heard of us. So, what's up? How you doing?
Um,
Oh, before we go, it's what is it? Mental, physical, emotional, and then we added spiritual.
yeah. So mentally, I'm good. Uh, last night I got an email saying that like I didn't get a coaching job, and then this morning I got messages from an AAU coach like contacting me about like helping him once he start back up.
Okay.
And then like I was explaining to you earlier, I'm starting to get like more consistent with my training sessions. So
Yeah.
that's really unprofessional of me to be eating. I apologize. Nigga got the munchies. It's too early for this. Um, where was I at? Mentally, physically, I really don't know. Like because I've been training more,
Mm,
I definitely feel like I'm in better shape.
yeah.
But because I'm not used to training and like moving as much, my body is also like, hey brother, man, like give us a break. We little sore more often.
Yeah. Got stretch. Got stretch.
Yeah. And it's funny because like I tell my players after every session, like, make sure you go home and stretch. And then
Yeah.
my ass come home, lay in the bed, and then don't do nothing. Um, family wise, kids and the wife are in Disney World right now.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah. So emotionally, I've been a wreck because I'm not used to being the fuck alone.
Yeah.
It's just killing me. They've been there for a week, and I'm just sitting here waking up every day and like,
Existence. What is
it's quiet in here.
That's fair.
This is nice. I don't know how long I can get used to this, but
How have you dealt with being alone in the past? Like
um,
before the family, before
do I
uh
do I have to answer this question? You know,
no, you don't. I mean
you know the answer to this question. Um, honestly, it was just I would go play basketball or go be with somebody else. Like, go find somebody to like lay up under.
yeah.
Hey man, just come keep me company just for a little bit. Can I can keep you company? We ain't even really got to do nothing. Just let's be around each other. I'm bored. Like,
Do you think that's part of your personality that like you just want to be around people, or is that something that has been conditioned that like
nah, I think it was more so. something that I felt like I needed. Like it was just like, nah, I don't want to be alone. So like I'm gonna just go where like this has been like great. Like there have been times where it's like, I just wish I had somebody to like hold that night.
Yeah.
But other than that, the house is probably the cleanest it's ever been.
Yeah.
Fucking the dog been getting on my goddamn nerves. Like, strangle him, but like other than that, I'm enjoying myself for the most part. It's just like at night is the hard part because it's like, do I go lay in my bed? Do I just fall asleep here in the couch? Like, what do I do? Like, one night I went and slept in Kamari bed. I was just like, first. She called me in the morning. She was like, "Why are you in Kamari room?" It was the first bed I saw.
Nigga in a 3 bear situation. Like, this bed is too small. This bed is too big. This bed is just right. The bed is the couch. The couch is just right.
Yep. Like, I kick my feet up. Like,
Okay. How are they enjoying Disneyland? Disneyland?
Disney World,
World. Okay.
Florida. Yeah. The kids are probably having the time of their life.
Yeah.
My fiance probably not as much. One because she went with her father, and
Okay.
that's
Yeah. No need to explain.
that is why I am in my house.
Yeah. Fair.
Like,
Also, I would not touch Florida with a 10-foot pole. So there's nothing good for me in Florida. Like, gators want to eat me. White people want to shoot me. Like, I'm cool. My name is Daquan. Fuck no.
hey man, my name ain't too far off, so
What you say, boy? I said nothing.
I was just reading the text in my head. I don't even
Like,
know.
damn.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
My nigger dar is off. I'm sorry.
Unless you
Okay.
could read my mind, like I don't.
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
At least inside I'm safe. Who said that?
Okay, so that's good that they are enjoying it. I've never been to any Disney anything, and so I know that's like a kid's greatest like
Okay,
achievement.
so that is literally like something that we were talking about last night. Like she was saying, like next time we go, we gotta have like extra adults.
Yeah, for sure.
So like save up your money, my guy. And we will all go to fucking Disney World. They drove down there, so like it's possible.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not driving down there. Y'all can suck my dick. That
Yeah.
is crazy. That is crazy. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're doing the trip back in one day." I was like,
Oh no. No, thank you.
"You got it, dude."
I would go to land because that's in LA. Like I said, I'm not touching Florida with a 10-foot pole. I think I want to go to the Olympics in 2028. So, like, if I'm out there, I might as well.
That would be dope. I wouldn't go to the Olympics. I would probably just go to LA and be around the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Unless like this blows up and somebody wants us to be at the Olympics, I will do whatever the fuck you want me to do.
I would not mind meeting women from all around the world. That would be perfect for me.
Whatever the fuck you want me to do. I will like watch water polo and like figure that shit the fuck out.
I've been doing it at home. Like, I watched everything. I watched everything.
And I did not. I barely watched the basketball. Like I watched the semifinals and the finals like full through. Most of the games I just put on and they was just like background noise. What?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we up by 10? Oh, that's cool.
It's
Why
definitely
they?
fucking crazy. But we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that. Like, keep going with your your checking.
And so that's what do we do? Mentally, did I do mentally? Mentally, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Mentally,
You
I'm fine.
did mentally and emotionally. Oh, and physically,
And
actually.
physically. So
Yeah.
spiritually, I guess I'm fine. Like
Yeah.
I don't really have a like spiritual like connection too much.
Hmm.
It is what it is. Like I check in every now and then, like just on the like short, like, hey guy,
Yeah.
hope you still up there doing your thing.
Yeah.
I'm still down here trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah. I also think that people they think that like when you talk to God, you can't talk to God the way you talk. Like you have to talk like the Bible speaks or something. And as someone who doesn't follow any Bible, like I just talk to God the way I talk. And like the being of God understands, I think.
I would hope so. He told me to come as I am.
Yeah, so wait. Um for me, I'm gonna do spiritually first. I would say that um I have been trying to talk to God more, at least once a day. But I think over the past 2 months, I've been going on like so many job interviews that it's sickening. Like it's been like jobs that got 2 and 3 interview processes. You got to do a fucking assignment and shit. And so in that moment, I started to talk to God way more. Like I don't know what the season is that you're like trying to get me through. And I don't know what lesson it is that you want me to learn here, but I'm open to it. But I'm also very tired. Like,
Yeah.
and both of those can be true.
Yeah.
I started a new job on Monday. Um but I'll say that there were jobs that I didn't get that were very disappointing. And that like when I was in those interviews, they were telling me that I was perfect for it. That my education and everything that I've done in the past was perfect for that position. And that everything that I was as a person was perfect for their mission. Just to either get ghosted or 2 or 3 weeks later here, yeah, we went in a different position.
Yeah. And
And
I understand. That's kind of where I was at with the basketball job that contacted me yesterday. Like
mhm,
we had a phone conversation. I emailed him like the Monday after we talked. He emailed me like right back, was letting me know like, oh yeah, like I'll be in contact with you by the
yeah,
end of the week. Blah blah blah. Like 2 or 3 weeks went by. I'm sending him like an email a week, like, hey, just checking up, following. And then it just like literally yesterday, I emailed him and it was like my like final like, all right, like
nigga, what's going on? Yeah,
like like if you found somebody, like congratulations, like
but let me know.
yeah, like, exactly. Like so like he got back to me like last night and I was just like, thank you for like getting that off of my like back, like
Yeah,
because I'm just sitting here like, what is the motherfucker like? Because even like I asked them a question about like where would like they do recruiting and stuff
mhm,
for their school, and he mentioned like the South Jersey region, and I'm like, why would you mention that
yeah,
if you know I live in Jersey? So, like, why would
yeah,
you mention that? Any of your other coaches live in Jersey? Like, what is...
right.
So I'm just sitting there like, come on, man, like,
Say something.
please, like,
Because that's the thing about that limbo state. In your mind, is like, fuck, I didn't get it. But who's to say I didn't get it? Because he didn't say yet. So like, you just in this phase of like what's going on? Could I get it? Did I get it? I probably didn't get it, but maybe.
yeah, exactly. And that's where I was at yesterday. Like, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I probably didn't get it, and I know that.
But
So
who's to
like,
say I didn't?
yeah. So like, I'm gonna just reach out this one last time, and like, if he hit me back and says that I didn't get it,
At
cool.
least I know.
Like, cool. But I'm not gonna be sitting here driving myself crazy,
Yeah.
wondering.
And so that has been me for like the past 3 months, the past 2 or 3 months. And I say all of that to say, I think that my relationship with God has been a little tested and a lot, how can I, it has brought me closer to God, I think. There was also something, a post that I saw about uh, the thing that they don't tell you about being an adult is when you want something really bad and you don't get it, and you have to face the fact that maybe it's not for you right now, and there's a possibility that it could never be for you. And so how do you deal with that pain? Because that there's pain there. Like um and so all of those thoughts kind of went into just like my relationship with God. I'm still praying every day. I'm still asking God for mental, physical, spiritually, emotionally wellness for me, my friends, my family, everything, everybody who wants to see me do well. I want to see them do well. So I'm praying for that. Um, and yeah, that's where I am with my relationship as far as spirituality. Um, physically, I would say I'm in a better space than the last time we did this. I dropped 10 pounds, and that was like the hardest 10 pounds I've ever dropped in my fucking life. Um, but I have way more to do. I have way more to go. And I kind of just want to keep the momentum going. Um, so yeah, I'm in a better space for sure. Emotionally, after saying all of that about the job situation, that affected me emotionally too. That like constantly getting rejected after being told that you are perfect for this, being told by my network that like, hey, I'm gonna reach out to you if I got anything. If I had a job to give you, I'd give it to you, but
Yeah.
like constantly being told that like I don't understand why nobody's giving you a job. Like I don't get it. You're perfect. It's like, well, clearly, I mean,
Well, you're
not
part of that. You're part of that. Nobody.
you know, like, I was a
Mm.
part of a staffing agency. They couldn't staff me. Like, like what the? It's your whole job.
Like, hey, this nigga is too overqualified for these bum ass jobs that we got. What the hell he thought we was doing? This nigga expected God's work.
um, seeing friends that like we were going through the same situation, they get jobs and I don't. That was tough, and it's not like it's tough from the perspective of nah, that's fucked up. Why they get a job and I didn't? It's more about like thank God that they got a job. Like I'm so happy for them and proud of them. When is it going to be my turn?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, hey man, like patience is a virtue. I'm trying to be virtuous, but
and
it's hard.
I feel like I've always been like
It's hard
patient,
out here.
and I've also been like the most humble person, I think. And I mean, people. I mean, you've said it. My mom has said it. Other people have said it. That like sometimes you really do got to pop your shit. Like, why don't you talk about the stuff that you do or have done or are doing? You've told me this before. My mom has told me this before. Other friends have said this before, and I just be like, "Hey, man, why? Like, what's the perp? Why?"
Because it's a lot, nigga. Like,
um. So yeah,
like even in the sense of like you have your masters,
yeah,
you could start like a nonprofit and it have like nothing to really do with like psychology, just off of the fact that like you have your masters in it. So like you could start like a sports, like a youth sports thing. And because you have like your psychology major, like nobody's gonna look at you like, what does this nigga know about like starting a sports organization?
I mean, even if they did, I took a class in nonprofit management, so like I understand fully how to manage and start a nonprofit. So even if that,
Exactly.
I have training in it, bro. Like chill.
And you have all of the like knowledge on like the psychology of kids and how to like provide the like best like environment for them, especially in the area that you grew up in. Like
For sure.
you grew up in it, you made it out of it for the most part. Like you're back there, but like that can only be of a benefit to the people trying to make it further than.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that for sure impacted my emotional state. It was up and down some days. Like, hey, it's okay that this is happening. Everybody is saying that the job market is weird, and you just got to be positive. And then, like 3 hours later, I was like, "Man, fuck this shit!" Like, I'm so tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired. Um, but I think I'm moving towards a better space. Like I said, I started a new job Monday, and I want to put energy into that and not into the ones that I lost. Um, so I think in the next couple of months, that's what I'll be doing. I also want to move. Like I live in the Georgetown area for people who are familiar with DC. And I mean, I love it. It's like by a park and everything, but I kind of want to move closer inward to the city. Um, so yeah,
Have you ever thought about like relocating?
yeah, for sure. I have said that I would go back to Connecticut because I love Connecticut. Um, I've said I will move anywhere except for Maryland or Virginia. I will move anywhere else in the states. Well, not anywhere. I don't want to go to Los Angeles. I don't want to go anywhere that doesn't have four seasons. Um, so I'm not going to Arizona. I sweat too much for Arizona, but I'm very willing to move for sure. Now that Malik has graduated from high school, I feel like I'm okay to go anywhere.
Yeah,
but
I asked
yeah,
that because like you don't think like or have you looked into like the need for the jobs that you're looking in like other cities and stuff like that?
yeah, for sure. There was a time where I was like, well, one, I speak to my mentor, Dr. Cooper. Shout out to you. I speak to her on a monthly basis, and she has been advocating for me to come back to Connecticut since like last year. Every time we talk, she's like, "Look, we need black men who are educated in the criminal justice system here, please." And I'm just like, like, you know, um,
Yeah, you know, might be the time to like just hey sister girl.
um, but yeah, I for sure. I was looking at Ohio, nigga. Like I was like, hey, what's up with Ohio? What y'all need? Like, y'all got open care. Oh, y'all do got open carry. Yeah, what's up with Ohio? Like, um. So
remember
yeah,
what
I was looking at Winston for
you
sure. I
remember
was
what Joe and
looking.
Kim Noah said about it was when they was beefing with Cleveland. Like, don't nobody want to move there. Nobody want to live in Cleveland.
Hey
Like,
man, I wasn't looking at Cleveland at all. You were exactly right. I wasn't looking at Cleveland. I was for sure looking at Cincinnati, and because Cincinnati is like up and coming now, apparently. Um, so yeah, they have been attracting younger
that's what happened.
professionals.
That's what happened when your football team goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that could be a part of it. And then I mean, it just adds more money to the city, so they're building more.
Yeah.
And then again, Ohio is open carry. You don't even gotta like get a license. You could just go buy a gun. Like so, I for sure was looking. But yeah, to your point, I have been looking elsewhere. Wherever God takes me, wherever the wind takes me. At this point, I ain't got no ties to DC other than my mom and little brother. But they'll understand. They understand.
Yeah.
And I've also been like in the space where it's like, yo, what if my soulmate is married? Like, what if she like 50? Like, what if she like what if she going through a divorce right now? Like,
No comment.
and I also don't think you only get one soulmate. I think that's stupid to think. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you get multiple soulmates, and I think you get soulmates for different types of relationships. I think you get friendship soulmates. I think you get work soulmates. I think you get relationship soulmates. So, but yeah, that was a joke.
Shit, could be true.
Hey man, say man.
It'd be like that, you know. Like, not gonna speak too much on it, but be like that.
Anywho, what you want to talk about, man?
I don't know. We missed a lot this summer. Like, where do we start? Recap, or kind of just skip over it, keep it recent.
It don't matter to me. We can't talk about Drake still releasing shit. Like after he said before all of the beef, he said he was going to take a vacation. He had stomach issues that he needed to handle. He was going to take a year break and get this nigga Kendrick making this nigga open the files. like,
I
I had
will
a
say, I will say, the second three are better than the first three, even though just the SOD thing really count. Like, uh, they could have made it a better song instead of actually just like bleeping out the words that
yeah.
like y'all could have went back and put some effort into it and
It's
like
like, but that's the thing. That has been my gripe with Drake since Views, maybe, is that he is not growing. He is not evolving as an artist. And we know him to be way too creative for him to be putting out the shit that he's been putting out. And it's almost like
them
you
first
got,
three was trash. I don't care what
yeah,
nobody say. Them first three was terrible.
yeah.
One
But
of
it's
them
almost
was
like,
okay, but it had 21 and Young Thug on it. Like, you can't really make a bad song with 21 Savage and Young Thug. Like,
it's almost like you got a homeboy that like you grew up with, and then after a while you start seeing him hang with younger people, and it's like, what are you cool? And the younger people are like, nah, he lit. Like but we like, but he should he 37 though, and you 21. Like what's going on? Like,
he shouldn't be lit.
exactly. Exactly.
I don't think y'all get it. Him being lit is kind of weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
we was we was lit 15 years ago, and it was called some shit that I can't remember because I'm too fucking
Exactly.
old. Too old. Too old for this shit.
He was tight back then. Like remember tight?
Now y'all think that's some gay shit to be tight.
Hey yo, like no. I'm not saying that. Oh my gosh. It's weird, bro. Like
My man had swag. Nobody had swagger. Nobody had swagger like him. Like,
Drake was such a vulnerable artist when we were younger, and for him to go from what he was to what he is now is so weird. Because his contemporaries Cole and Kendrick have done nothing but grow.
yeah, shit. Even the like people who aren't necessarily considered his contemporaries, like his peers, have
Yeah,
grown. Like
Wale is
Wale,
grown.
Meek, for what it's worth, Big Sean.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say Wiz, but I don't think so. Now that I'm thinking about it, he still only talks about weed. So I
I mean,
mean,
with like his demographic never had to change. Like he wasn't rapping about shit that he wasn't
yeah,
doing. Like he was,
and to be fair, he has grown as a person. We've seen
yeah,
him grow as a person.
yeah. So it's like, I rapped about weed when I was 20.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm still
35.
smoking, nigga.
And I still smoke weed, nigga. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to stop rapping about this shit. I love this shit, nigga. Like, you should try it.
Even fucking Mac Miller, God rest his soul, before he left, the growth in his music was such a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, like
That it's
you
like,
listening to songs on Kids, and then going and listening to a song like 2009, and you're just like,
yeah. Even to
okay,
the Divine Feminine, that album is so beautiful. Like, just to speak about your relationship with women, it was such a beautiful project that, like, I keep saying this. Drake doesn't have anything that is comparable to Kendrick's Untitled Unmastered. Like, the
that
vulnerability in those songs,
people will say take care when
no, no. And I get that. I do. I get that because that was like his peak vulnerability. And then the album after that was like his best album ever to me.
yep.
But like, what was like I said, since Views, I just don't think that, I don't know,
He hasn't made music that he's
inspired.
allowed to resonate with like time. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
like
and that could be purposeful. He doesn't want to be dated. He wants to be timeless. He wants party records. He wants shit that
but
the
a
young
part of
people will work
being
with.
timeless is making music that lasts over time
Yeah,
instead of trying to remain relevant in the time.
yeah. When's the last time you went back to For All the Dogs?
Why would I do that?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Like, I listened to First Person Shooter maybe like 3 weeks ago.
But when's the last time you went back to So Far Gone?
Probably around the same time, like 3 weeks ago. But that's a 15 year
Exactly.
old,
Exactly.
15-year old. Like, and I think that's what happened. Like, I wanted to hear Drake, and I was like, "Ooh, first person shooter." And then like I let that play, and I was like,
When the last time this nigga was good? Oh, 2009.
First off, you know what it is if you heard Drake making hoes wobble like a
Like a
bridge in
bridge
the
in the
earthquake.
earthquake. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I say all of that to say, Drake, just go take a break. Like, please
Man.
take the break you need.
Like I said, I like the last 3 out of 6. Them first 3 he could have kept. And all the videos I didn't really care to look through. Like, I don't really care, bro. Like,
100 gigs of shit of content is just way too much. It's way too much to sift through.
you know. And like, I'm not that big of a fan, bro. I don't care. Like,
Yeah, fair.
like, I like your music, but your music hasn't been good enough for me to care about how you've been making it.
Exactly.
Like, that was
Fair.
the part that you missed. Like,
And as someone who has listened to almost everything that Drake has released, I haven't listened to these last 3, and I don't think I listened to the first 3. Um, But I listened to Room for Improvement, bro. Like, nobody listened to that. I did. I also do not want to look through 100 gigs of shit to show me how you made songs. Like, thanks, bro. But like, come use that for a documentary, and I might watch it. But for me to go through that shit, nah, I'm cool.
On my phone,
Yeah,
like
no.
I got better things to do, bro. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, you could cast it to the TV. No, I'm not doing that. That's an extra step that I'm just not doing. Like,
And then it was like people was like, "Oh, like he's showing us how he made Hotline Bling. Like he didn't steal it." And it was just like,
nigga, stop. Do you remember the original title of that Hotline Bling? It was Cha Cha
Cha Cha
Remix.
remix.
It was fucking Cha Cha Remix. Don't spit on me and say it's raining. Like, goddamn.
Like, oh, he showed us how he made it, and then he gave credit to somebody else for it, and
He didn't
so
steal it. He gently used it. How about that? Like, goddamn.
the
And he never gave it back.
the nigga permanently borrowed it. Like,
Yeah, like, dog, stop. We're not dumb. Hey Drake, we're not slow.
good job, man. Good job. Good job. Hey man,
Hey man, Drake.
kudos to that guy out west, man. Hey,
That
really,
nigga really demolished him and
yeah,
then just faded
disappeared.
into the abyss again.
Hit the Homer meme on y'all.
We have not heard anything from Kendrick ever, other than the music.
And then it's like that's why I haven't been too caught up on it, but it's like every time I do see something on it, it's like DJ Head talking about it. And it's like, this is what Drake should have been doing.
Yeah.
Like, just had like that one person who like could speak for you and like you could just actually lay low like you said you were going to do.
And I mean, he had those people. He had Maul from Roy and Maul. He had academics, but
they wasn't doing it right because they have jobs.
And they were emotional about it.
Academics still had to play Kendrick's songs. Like his job and his relevancy was like reliant on him still being able to make content on Kendrick's music.
Yeah.
Drake should have had somebody like Yachty doing interviews like once a week and just like and not been posting on fucking Instagram like little weird like photos that are supposed to be subliminals that aren't really subliminals, and it's just like,
well, I don't know if you were trying to segue, but that would be perfect if you want to go into Yachty.
yeah, we could do that because my boy was on a mission.
Yeah.
And
then we also got to talk about Dame Dash after this. Remind me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to. We're whole vendors. We have to.
The crash out continues.
For the people who don't know, I think it was a month or two ago, Yachty announced that Caribou was no longer with Concrete Boys, the group that he has created. And I think that's his label as well.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything else. After that, Caribou never came out and said anything. So then apparently, last week sometime, a fan of Caribou posted a bunch of tweets saying that Caribou came into her restaurant. They talked for a little bit. She asked her why, like what happened? Why did she leave? And apparently Caribou said that they talked shit about her. They treated her bad.
They were bullying her.
Yeah.
Trigger words. Yeah.
Yeah. They were bullying her basically. So, and then they let her go. After that, another clip went viral of Yachty and the guy that he does the podcast with. People felt like Yachty was basically being disrespectful to the guy. I saw clips of the clip, and I mean, it looked bad. It looked bad. Um, After that went viral and people were on Yachty's head about that, Caribou tweeted. Well, first she tweeted something about Yachty, but it was like very cryptic. And then when that clip went viral, people were on his head. She posted, "Hey, this aged well." Apparently, she deleted it like a few minutes after that, but Yachty saw it, and he decided that on his birthday, he was going to go nuclear.
On everybody.
Even the people that are still signed to him.
My man took a bottle of champagne, took it to the head, tossed it out the window, and was like, "Go live."
First off,
go live.
First off, which is funny because he said he had never heard of Tupac and he listened to Biggie for 2 minutes and cut it off. But anyway, he basically said that Caribou was a terrible person to him and his staff. He said that he wrote all of her songs, which I think a lot of people figured. He said that he gave her and the rest of the Concrete Boys everything they had, every chain they have, every earring they have. He said that she owes him $900,000.
He said he put clothes on all y'all. He was like, I dress. He was like, man, y'all can't go out without me putting clothes on y'all back.
That's yeah.
I was like, God damn.
That was yeah. And then to his podcast co-host, he said that it was clear that they were joking, and that he should have went out and said that, like, "Yo, that was a joke. We were playing around. That's how we play." And he said, "Fuck him. He's not doing the podcast anymore." And yeah, that was the gist of his live.
So I think the clip between him and his friend, if they are like friends, like how me and you are friends,
yeah,
the conversation probably shouldn't have went that way.
It should never go like that. There are just lines that, like, I would never cross with you.
Yeah, but like, if you look at what he's saying, he wasn't saying anything wrong. It was just how he was saying it and like what he was saying, like, and who he was saying it to. Like, he was talking to him like he didn't mean shit to him. And that's like supposed to be like your boy.
Yeah. And he was saying, I gave you this opportunity. I knew you would never get a job, so I decided to put you in position. I never wanted to do this ever. So
yeah, like, he was pretty much like, bro, like, you would never have done this for yourself, so you can't tell people what to do for themselves. Yeah. And it was just
I gave this to you. And that is a line that is crossed to me. Like, I feel like if I'm doing something for my friend, I'm not bringing it up. Like, I'm not ever going to be like, yeah, nigga, I did that for you now, because that's fucked up. Like,
and like, even if you feel that way, like, I
would never say it.
Yeah, like, not, and especially not to your face, like,
and not in front of a nigga that we really don't know, who's just a guest on our podcast. No.
Like, because if we cool like that, I'm expecting you to slap the shit out of me, because
I disrespect you. I did it. I publicly disrespected you, so don't just hit me, my nigga. It's okay.
My fault. You're right. You got that one. I crossed the line. That's my fault. You're right.
I was fucking that. True line crosses. I crossed it. I get it. I know that's not what it's supposed to mean, but you know. Yeah, I just don't. I think Yachty has made himself one of the most hated people in hip hop this year, just because, like, he's young and dumb, so his hip hop takes are going to be young. And I'm lying because he's 27. and Nas made Illmatic when he was 17. So like, we have to stop giving the he's young, it's okay. We have to stop giving that excuse. Um, Especially when you're saying you are of hip hop, you are in this. That means you have to go back and do your history. And
Yeah, because like it's not like I was born when Nas came out.
yeah,
Like
but if I
that,
say niggas be monkey flipping with the, you can finish it.
like,
You can finish it.
and I'm not even like a big Nas fan,
Nah,
but like,
but Illmatic is one of the greatest albums ever. So to say you listened to Biggie for 2 minutes and turned it off because it wasn't good to you, and to make the type of music that you make,
like nigga, I still know Who Shot You by heart. I was
yeah.
like 3 when that song came out. Like,
I was in the backseat of my dad's Cadillac and we were listening to Doggy Style. like, I don't remember it, but my mom tells me all the time that I was bobbing my head like crazy.
that's what I be telling Cam about. Cam's song was a lot. J.
Oh, okay.
Cole and 21.
Yeah.
Cam used to love that shit whenever it came on.
That's my shit. What
How
you
much
say? Hey, Google Gaga.
how much money you got? I'm like nigga, we is broke.
We broke, nigga. We broke.
You bobbing a little too goddamn hard, son.
Hey, I'm manifesting. um, where do you see Yachty going? Because I say that because he said all the shit about the older music that he hates. Then he put himself in the position of being one of Drake's water carriers in this beef where, yeah, he said he wasn't even phased by all of this, and then turn and say, yeah, but he didn't like the pedophile stuff, so you were phased by it. Like,
And also to say that you knew that the nigga was going to name drop you, and you didn't give your boy a heads up. Like,
he's just been doing a lot of stuff that
that was
is
when I knew
not.
that beef was over. I was like, wait, it's like, so you knew that this whole like Atlanta thing was going like surface,
Yeah.
and you ain't like tap that nigga on the shoulder and be like, hey,
Hey,
bro, we might not want to do this shit, bro. Like,
something's coming. Something's coming.
like I'm not the smartest nigga in the world, but we might not want to do this. Personal reference, just
I don't know. My question is, where do you see Yachty going in the rest of this year? Because like
I
he
mean,
has to operate in the hip hop space.
I don't think he's in a big enough space to where like people actually care. Like nobody is looking for Lil Yachty music. Like it's like, and I'm a Lil Yachty fan, but like it take me a couple of months to be like, oh shit, Yachty dropped.
Yeah.
Like I'm not on Apple Music or Spotify. Like, oh, when Yachty drop,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if I see it, I'm a listen, but
Fair.
I don't think he's in the space to where like it's going to affect him because like his core audience probably don't give a fuck about none of this,
True.
and like the people who do care probably didn't listen to him on a regular anyway.
True. Hey man, prayers to all those involved.
Yeah, thoughts
Okay.
and prayer, thoughts and prayer.
All right. What the fuck is going on with Dan Dash?
Hey man, he's been a liar for most of our lives, I guess. Like, and I mean, like some people like back up his stories, so I guess there's some validity to some of the shit that he be saying.
Yeah.
But like in this case,
It's stupid.
It's just like, how is this the game that you're trying to play?
It's stupid. For those who don't know, Dame Dash lost a lawsuit to a lawyer named Chris Brown. Yes, a lawyer named Chris Brown. He did not. He owes him $1 million. He does not have the liquid funds to do so. So now he's being forced by the courts to sell his assets. One of them being a third of Roc-A-Fella Records, and which
Just
owns Reasonable Doubt.
his
So
third to
yeah,
reasonable doubt.
his third. Now Hove and Biggs asked him, "Hey, let us buy it. Let us give you, or no, let us give you the money to pay what you need to pay, and you can keep your third." He declined. And so now it's being auctioned. I think actually today. Oh, no, it's the 29th. It's being auctioned.
I didn't even hear that part. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's being auctioned on the
I knew about the
29th.
auction. I didn't know that
Oh,
Hov
Hov and
and
Biggs.
Biggs tried to give him the
Yeah.
money for it. That's crazy.
They came to him twice. The reason I know is because I listened to the new Roy and Ma, and Ma is Biggs and Hip Hop's brother.
Okay.
So yeah, he came to them, or they came to him and said, "Hey, we'll give you the money for you to keep it." He decided no, he didn't want to do that. And so now it's being auctioned on the 29th, starting at $1 million. He decided to come out and say, "Hey, if it goes over $10 million, whoever buys it, I'll give you a Roc-A-Fella chain, one of the original ones."
And
Now,
and sir, you're not the one selling it.
exactly, it makes no sense. So at this point, you're just doing this shit for clout. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I was so confused.
He
I
even
was,
like threw in a little jab of like, "Yeah, I was the one who used to give away Roc-A-Fella chains. So if you ain't get it from me, then you know you ain't got the real ones." Now I do got some insight from the Roy and Mal podcast. Apparently, the original Roc-A-Fella chains, on the back of them, they have J Biggs and Dame name on it. But the ones that like Hove would give away to people, it didn't have that on it. But they were Roc-A-Fella chains. They were. Like, I mean, if a nigga who created Roc-A-Fella gives me a Roc-A-Fella chain, it's a real Roc-A-Fella chain. I don't give a
right.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Like, whether it's Biggs or Jay, like
Yeah,
nigga,
literally. I don't give a fuck if
I
it don't got their names on it. They gave it to me.
like, the nigga put it in my hand.
He said, "Hey, you can have this," and I was like, "What?" In my dream scenario, because I would like a Roc-A-Fella. I would very much like a Roc-A-Fella chain, please. Like, if he
Shit.
gave it to me, Biggs or Hove, I'm taking it.
I would. I'm gonna get a Roc-A-Fella chain tattooed somewhere.
I wouldn't. I don't even. I would have to wear it. I was gonna lie and say I wouldn't wear it. I'm wearing it. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Like,
like I would want to put it in a case somewhere and just like display it, but I gotta wear it like for hip hop, like for the culture. I got to.
you gotta wear it at least once. I mean,
For
wear,
sure.
wear it
Like,
to your wedding or some shit.
something. It gotta be around my neck somewhere, bro. Like, but I don't know.
break glass in case of emergency.
I don't. It's sad to see. Like, who would have ever thought that this would be the case as far as like Roc-A-Fella? But I don't know what Dame gains from this. Like, I know he's very prideful, but like, at what age do you say, "Hey, pride isn't everything"?
For some people, never.
That's fucked up.
Mm.
That's fucked up. That's stupid. Because he helped build something that is a hip hop staple. And
Yeah,
so
and it's only getting bigger. Like,
yeah, literally.
I think Rock Nation just became able to they're a distribution company now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like brother man, like you only missing out on more, and you digging a grave because
Pride.
yeah, like
I just couldn't get in the mindset of I built something with two of people who were my brothers. And they come to me years later and say, "We see you in this trouble. I don't want you to sell what we built. So I'm going to give you the money to pay off what you need to pay off." And I get that can be tough as someone who doesn't want to accept help, as someone who probably had a falling out. Well, we saw it, a public falling out with the other two. But
shit.
like, come on.
Shit, we kind of just had this conversation the other night when we was talking about the stuff that we could have did as far as like music and stuff. And it's just like shit, who's to say like we didn't do all of that and then
Something happened.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like one of us go left and now it's just like, bro, what? Come back. like,
Look at what we built. Like, what do you
like
pay?
how are you throwing all of this away? Like I don't understand. Like
That's the thing about people, though. Like, people are so unpredictable. And again, we don't know. There are rumors and shit that, about what happened between them. But we really don't know. The only people that know is those three.
yeah.
But if they are coming to you and saying, "Hey, don't do that," like, don't let that be sold, because this is something that we own together. And if we were to make a decision about what we want to do, we don't want no outsiders coming in and being able to have say in what we were going to do with this. Let us three come to the table and make a decision about something that we built. And for
Yeah.
you to just be like, "Nah, fuck you."
And that's why it's like, because I feel like there have even been times where like it might not have been intentional, but like it seemed like you or like Yamel was like avoiding the conversation, and I'm like, are these niggas mad at me?
You
Like,
mean just like a general conversation?
nah, like yeah, like I'm talking about like this was probably like years ago, like
Mm,
but we were all probably just going through life.
yeah.
And it would be like times where like we done all went 3 weeks without messaging in the group chat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
What the fuck? Did I do something? I know these niggas is talking. I,
Yeah.
they not messaging the group chat though. Nah, fuck out of here. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like,
That's fair.
but it just be like at some point, if those is like I just don't see like you like building something like that you say is supposed to like last forever, and then like one little like petty little like argument is just like,
Yeah.
ah, nah, fuck all y'all niggas. Then you looking around like 50 Cent. Why you say fuck me
Why
for?
would you say fuck me for? I've always been of the mind that as long as there's no disrespect there, we can talk through anything. And if it ever got to a point where you was just like, "Fuck you, I hope you die," like, "Fuck your dad, that's why that nigga dead too," like, if it got to that point where there's disrespect there, then yeah, there is no reconciling. Like,
Yeah,
but we have never been in a space where we were disrespectful to each other. So I always felt like if there was any, which I don't think there's ever been anything.
I don't think
Um,
we've ever had like a real argument.
yeah, no,
Like most of our
no,
arguments be over dumb shit.
Yeah, like we literally had an argument about what was the better animal, a goat or a sheep, and that was that was probably the most heated argument we ever had. And then afterwards, he was like, "Are you hungry?" Like, so one, it was over some dumb shit, but then two, it was like, "Yeah, it's over some dumb shit." Like,
And like when we say heated, like our RA lived across the hall.
yeah, and it got loud. It wasn't even heated. Like it got super fucking loud for no reason.
So
Like,
he just came and knocked on the door like, "Yo, y'all all right?"
yeah, we about to go eat.
Y'all niggas sound like y'all was in here about to fight.
Oh
Nah,
no, it would
nah,
never get to that point.
nah. Just in here arguing about goats and sheep. Who
Yeah.
make who make the better milk? Who got the better skin, fur, and all this
Just stupid shit.
dumb
Like,
shit?
but yeah,
You would have thought I smoked in college and he ever smoked, but neither of us were smoking at the time.
no,
Just dumb conversations between two good friends.
yeah, exactly. It would it literally would never get to hands from because, like I said, that at that point it's disrespect. And I know just the like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. Like I'm 30 now, my knee hurt. Like even when I told my mom at 17 I'm too old to be fighting, and that was after I got into a fight, and I was like, this is stupid. Like I'm about to go to college. Like I'm done. Like this is stupid. So
And
as
that's
long
how
as
I feel after I fight.
that was no, I was 16 actually. That was probably the last fight I got into, and
That thought doesn't cross my mind until after I have. Like, I just wasted my time fighting and shit.
yeah, like you
I'm
got scrapes and
tired. My
shit.
hands
Like
hurt. Like,
awful
wasting.
what? Like, and I fought in school, which was stupid. Like so, it was like I fought in school close to like where security guards were. I know that I'm going to college, so like, what am I doing? I had a job. Like, what the fuck is like? Stop it. So that was literally the last fight I got into. And if it gets to like we're fighting, then like, all right, I'm walking away. I'm done. We're grown. We can talk. Um, but yeah, Dame, please stop. Please stop ruining the legacy that we saw. Like, please.
And if you can't, just don't do it in front of the camera.
Yeah, because we don't know
So,
who you are behind the camera, but like you just keep doing stupid shit in front of it, and it's weird because we see how Biggs and Hove are gracefully handling shit, and then we see how you're handling shit. Like, just
it's
chill.
like, you look like you're having a meltdown. They look like they're watching you have a meltdown.
And if you think that they won't be at that auction, like obviously them two physically won't be there, but they'll have representation there. So like, stop.
$10 million for a fucking Roc-A-Fella chain.
So you about to just give them a new chain?
Like,
Like,
nigga, why don't you, if the shit is worth $10 million, why don't you go pawn the shit and keep your third of the fucking company?
and pay the million that you owe.
Like,
to
if
lawyer
it's
Chris Brown.
worth 10 million, you could pay the lawyer $1 million and still have 9 million left over.
Yeah.
Like, who are you trying to fleece, nigga? What is this? Like, I took math class.
I could divide.
Like, 1 + 1, nigga.
We're whole Avengers. We have to. I'm sorry. All right.
That's one of it. Let's say two. Two of them shits was due. One was nah. The other was Illmatic. So one high album every 10-year average.
And that's so. I
We
do
love
have.
you too, Nas. Ether was a
Oh
better
yeah, for
song.
sure.
Ether was a better song, you know.
It was. Yeah, it was a better disc. Absolutely.
But
Um,
Hove also got caught in the Family Matters. Like he was addressing too many different people.
yeah,
Like if he would have just like focused on Nas, then that shit he might have went crazy.
harder. Yeah, for sure.
He gave all of New York a couple of bars, and then was like, "Hey Nas, I ain't forget about you either."
Yeah. So I'm gonna close out with a song from I think it's Jazz Karis. She put out a little EP last month called Sunset Boulevard, and this song is called Tequila, featuring Ricardo Banks.
That little drum in the back,
Yeah.
whoever, however they put that shit in there, that shit. Oh, hey,
So yeah, that was Jazz Karis, and that song was called Tequila.
that shit was fire. Shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure. And she's cute. She's cute as a butt.
Yeah, she look adorable. I was like,
Yeah. Just smile.
shout out to Jalen Brown. He probably shouldn't rap anymore.
Yeah, please don't.
Like it wasn't bad, but
No.
wasn't that good either, bro.
The thing about basketball rappers is your voice. Hey, your voice is an instrument. Use it. Like, you don't just gotta sound like this all the time. The whole verse. I'm Shaq, and I'm Game, and I'm me. We all three sound the same. Yeah, I did that. I'm like that. It's okay to use inflections and like play with your voice. Listen to Kendrick or like, Most Def, he does it too. Like you can use your voice as like an instrument. It's okay.
Eminem, like
Yeah,
just
like
go listen to
most good rappers. I mean,
yeah. Motherfuckers with a little bit of ability and talent, them niggas.
they good. That boy good.
Switch it up a little bit.
Just a
Every
little
word.
bit.
It's not
Yeah.
deaf poetry jam. Nigga.
Don't listen to Kanye. Like he does it very well. Like he
Sometimes a little too much, but
yeah. Well, y'all, this has been another episode of True and Across the Podcast. I've been Quan.
And I'm Scoob.
I'm about to go eat. Peace.
Peace.